Hey there, plant enthusiasts and farming enthusiasts. Get ready to dive into the mesmerizing world of gardening and farming with me.
Pine nuts. These small yet mighty seeds are a hidden gem in the culinary world. These little gems are more than just tasty snacks. They are versatile ingredients that can elevate any dish, from salads to main courses. They're packed with good things that make you feel amazing. Rich in vitamins and minerals, pine nuts are a powerhouse of nutrition. Imagine the taste of pesto, richer and nuttier. Pine nuts add a unique depth of flavor that transforms ordinary dishes into extraordinary culinary experiences. That's the magic of pine nuts. Their subtle, buttery flavor and crunchy texture make them a delightful addition to any recipe. But there's more to love than just the taste. Pine nuts are also incredibly good for your health. Pine nuts are full of energy and healthy fats. These healthy fats, particularly monounsaturated fats, are known to support heart health and reduce bad cholesterol levels. These help your heart and keep you going strong. The energy boost from pine nuts can fuel your day, whether you're working out or just need a pick-me-up. Think about it, growing your own pine nut trees. It's a rewarding experience that connects you with nature and provides a sustainable source of these nutritious seeds. It's like having a little piece of nature right at home. Pine nut trees are not only beautiful, but also beneficial for the environment. And it's easier than you think. With a little care and patience, you can cultivate your own pine nut trees and enjoy fresh pine nuts straight from your garden. So let's get started and discover the joy of growing and eating your very own pine nuts. From enhancing your meals to boosting your health and connecting with nature, pine nuts truly are a tiny treasure trove of flavor and health. For thousands of years, pine nuts have been a special treat. Imagine ancient cultures gathering these treasures beneath towering pine trees. These trees, some over 100 years old, have been sharing their bounty for generations. From the Mediterranean to Asia, pine nuts have nourished people for centuries. Today, we can still enjoy this ancient food. We can even grow our own pine nut trees. It's a way to connect with nature and history. Let's learn how to bring this ancient tradition to our own backyards. Growing pine nut trees is an adventure. It starts with choosing the right tree. Some popular choices are Korean pine, Chilgoza pine, and Italian stone pine. Once you've picked your tree, it's time to plant. Find a sunny spot with good drainage in your garden. Dig a hole twice the size of the root ball and gently place the tree inside. Water the tree well and add mulch around the base. This helps to keep the soil moist and protect the roots. Now, patience is key. It will take a few years for your trees to start producing cones, but the wait is worth it. Caring for your pine nut trees is simple. They need regular watering, especially during dry periods. A slow, deep watering is best. Fertilizing your trees once a year will help them grow strong. Use a balanced fertilizer in the spring before new growth begins. Keep an eye out for pests or diseases. If you see anything unusual, consult with your local gardening expert. Watching your trees grow is rewarding. It's a reminder that good things take time and care. Section 5. The thrill of the harvest, gathering nature's bounty. After a few years, the exciting part begins. Harvesting. You'll know it's time when the cones turn brown and start to open. Use gloves to protect your hands from the sticky resin. Twist the cones off the branches carefully. Don't worry if some scales come off with the cone. Spread the cones out in a warm, dry place to dry further. You can use a screen or tray to allow for air circulation. The cones will continue to open as they dry, revealing the precious pine nuts inside. Section 6. From cone to kitchen. Extracting and preparing your pine nuts. Pine nuts, also known as pignoli, are a delicious and nutritious addition to many dishes. Extracting and preparing them at home can be a rewarding process that ensures you get the freshest nuts possible. Once the cones are fully dry, it's time to extract the pine nuts. Drying the cones is a crucial step because it makes the extraction process much easier. You can dry the cones by leaving them in a warm, dry place for several days or even weeks, depending on the humidity and temperature of your environment. You can do this by hand or use a nutcracker designed for pine nuts. If you choose to do it by hand, be prepared for a bit of a workout, as the cones can be quite tough. A specialized nutcracker can make this task much simpler and quicker. Remove the nuts from the cones and separate any debris. This step is important to ensure that you only have the clean, edible nuts. You might find it helpful to use a sieve or a colander to shake out the smaller pieces of debris. Spread the nuts on a baking sheet and toast them in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius for 5 to 7 minutes. Toasting the nuts not only enhances their flavor, but also makes them easier to shell. Be sure to keep an eye on them, as they can burn quickly. Toasting enhances the flavor and makes the nuts easier to shell. The heat causes the shells to crack slightly, which can make the final shelling process much less labor-intensive. Plus, the toasting process brings out the rich, buttery flavor of the pine nuts, making them even more delicious. Let them cool completely before storing them in an airtight container in a cool, dark place. Cooling the nuts is essential to prevent condensation inside the container, which could lead to mold growth. An airtight container will keep the nuts fresh for several weeks, and storing them in a cool, dark place will help preserve their flavor and nutritional value. Now, your homegrown pine nuts are ready to be enjoyed. You can eat them as a snack, add them to salads, or use them in your favorite recipes. Pine nuts are incredibly versatile and can add a delightful crunch and flavor to a wide variety of dishes. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and the unique taste of freshly prepared pine nuts. Section 7. The culinary magic of pine nuts, recipes and inspiration. Pine nuts are incredibly versatile in the kitchen. These small, buttery seeds can elevate a wide range of dishes, making them a favorite among chefs and home cooks alike. Their delicate, buttery flavor adds a special touch to both sweet and savory dishes. Whether you're preparing a simple salad or an elaborate dessert, pine nuts can bring a unique and delightful element to your culinary creations. One classic use is in pesto. This traditional Italian sauce is a staple in many kitchens and is incredibly easy to make. Blend pine nuts with fresh basil, garlic, Parmesan cheese, olive oil, and a pinch of salt for a delicious sauce that can be used in a variety of dishes. This vibrant green pesto is perfect for tossing with pasta, spreading on pizza, or even using as a dip for bread. Pine nuts are also a wonderful addition to salads, adding a satisfying crunch and nutty flavor. They can transform a simple bowl of greens into a gourmet experience. Sprinkle them on top of your favorite greens for an extra layer of texture. They pair particularly well with ingredients like goat cheese, dried cranberries, and a light vinaigrette. For a sweet treat, try adding pine nuts to cookies, cakes, or biscotti. Their subtle flavor can enhance a variety of baked goods, making them a versatile ingredient in your dessert repertoire. Their delicate flavor pairs beautifully with vanilla, almond, and lemon. Imagine biting into a soft, chewy cookie with the added crunch of pine nuts, or savoring a slice of almond cake with a hint of pine nut flavor. The possibilities are endless. Toasting pine nuts can bring out their natural sweetness and add a deeper, richer flavor to your dishes. Simply heat them in a dry pan over medium heat, stirring frequently until they are golden brown and fragrant. You can also add toasted pine nuts to your morning oatmeal or yogurt for a nutritious and delicious start to your day. They pair wonderfully with fresh fruit, honey, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. In savory dishes, pine nuts can be used to add a touch of elegance and complexity. Try incorporating them into grain salads, roasted vegetable dishes, or even as a topping for grilled meats and fish. Pine nuts are a key ingredient in many Mediterranean recipes, where they are often combined with ingredients like olives, feta cheese, and fresh herbs. These dishes are not only delicious but also packed with nutrients. Whether you're using them in a savory or sweet dish, pine nuts can add a unique and delightful element to your cooking. Their versatility and delicate flavor make them a must-have ingredient in any kitchen. So next time you're looking to add a special touch to your meal, reach for a handful of pine nuts. Their culinary magic is sure to inspire and delight. Section 8. Pine nuts, packed with goodness for a healthy life. Besides their delicious taste, pine nuts are nutritional powerhouses. They are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Pine nuts are an excellent source of vitamin E, which helps protect our cells from damage. They are also a good source of magnesium, which is important for muscle function and energy production. The healthy fats in pine nuts, including monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, can help lower bad cholesterol levels and reduce the risk of heart disease. Adding pine nuts to your diet is a delicious way to boost your nutrient intake and support your overall health. Section 9. Embrace the journey, grow, harvest, and savor your own pine nuts. Growing your own pine nut trees is a rewarding experience that connects you with nature, tradition, and healthy living. It's a journey that requires patience and care, but the rewards are plentiful. From the joy of watching your trees grow to the satisfaction of harvesting your own nuts, every step is an adventure. So embrace the opportunity to grow your own pine nut trees. Experience the magic of nature's bounty and enjoy the delicious and nutritious gift of pine nuts right from your own backyard.